Peace, family. Welcome you to another edition of Royale X Politikin. I'm your host, DeWaun E. Robinson. And one thing that we need to talk about in this community is how we better deal with each other, right? Because one thing for sure, man, we all we got. And in a community like Flint, you see, it's a lot of talented people out here. It's a lot of great business folks that's doing some phenomenal things. You got some people on the grassroots level who is trying to make a difference here in this city. We have to get behind that type of stuff. And one thing that I do see on the internet, see all this stuff on social media, we are so quick to put each other down. Right? Yeah, we be doing that. We be kicking each other down. And, at one point in time, I probably would entertain that stuff. But nowadays, it's a renewed mindset of saying, like, man, you know what? I never want to kick nobody where they down. I don't want to kick down what we're trying to do here. Sometimes we do got to get and deal with people who may not be acting accordingly, but you pull them to the side, right? You have a discussion, you talk about it, right? And then hopefully they get their act together. But what we see now on social media, like what's going on with Clarissa, right? That's a terrible situation. All the females, right? Listen, y'all some queens. Y'all got to get it together. We need y'all to be on point. We need y'all to show the babies that's coming up, the young girls that's looking at you, how to go about situation, how to perform. So don't be somebody that slang mud all day. Yeah, I know I be slanging mud sometimes too, in a constructive way. But at the end of the day, we have to find some decorum about ourselves. Move the city forward. All right, man. Listen, man, I'm here with a very special guest, man. A young brother, man, that's activating in the community, that has his hands in a lot of different industries, right? Doing some great work with the young people, building and development throughout the city. You might see some of the buildings, some of the properties, right? Just all around, just putting in that work, man. I'm joined today with my brother, Michael Crowder. What's up, bro?
Hello, cousin.
All right,
You
good to
all
see you, man. Good to see you,
Yes,
man.
sir.
And this is
It's always
definitely
a
family.
pleasure.
This is a family affair right now, right? So, man, how you doing, Mike? What's going on with you?
Man, I'm good. And you?
Man, I'm doing well, man. I can't complain.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So, um, one thing for those who may not necessarily know who you are or haven't been had a chance to meet you, right? Why don't you let them know who you are?
I'm Michael Crowder. Um, I go by Tay. I've been around here for my whole life, 42 years, 6 kids, wife, uh, real estate investor. And right now, man, at this stage of my life, I'm just trying to get back and help these young men and women stay on the right path as much as I can.
And you know what? And that's actually, man, that's what we got to do. We can't be sitting around here watching, young people destroy each other, right? Especially when you come from those situations, you know what that's about, right? Now you're trying to make sure that these young people have opportunity in life. And I think that's something that, we responsible for. We got to make sure that we really get to it, right? We got to do this thing the right way because they're at a pivotal point in time right now.
And then listen, me and this man come from a good family right here. We come
We
from
absolutely do.
good
Absolutely.
background.
Absolutely.
And not to say we ain't never bumped our heads. We done both bumped our heads.
That's right. It's going to happen.
We done learn from it.
There you go. Yeah.
Now we trying to teach from it.
Come on. Listen, and there's nothing wrong with bumping your head, right? I think sometimes that has to be the case, right? But the thing and the key thing message that you said is you have to learn from it. And so if we can share some things or try to prevent other people from bumping their head, then that's what we're gonna do, right? And that's something that, we have committed ourselves to doing here in the city of Flint, right?
And I always cared about embarrassing our family last name, man.
That's good.
That means a whole lot to me. I ain't want to embarrass our family.
Nah, you don't want to do that. Because one thing for sure when you do, I guess when you do embarrass the family, is they have and our family do have great pride about where we come from. So we can't just be out here looking crazy because it's gonna reflect on them, right? And they have done so much, not only just for this community, but in areas down south, right?
Because all our family come from down south.
Absolutely,
Our family
absolutely.
come from down south, Mississippi,
Hardworking family.
Jackson, Elwood.
Absolutely. Right. Then they came up.
They all came, did what they supposed to do.
Yeah.
Worked, retired.
Yep.
They went on back, built house. They all got houses
Absolutely.
right there
Yeah.
with each other on their own land.
And that's a beautiful thing. Like, man, that's what we strive to get to, right? You know what I'm saying?
This man be on me too about not going down.
Yeah, man. You definitely, man. But you gonna make the next one. I know you're gonna make the next one, man. We be going down south to Mississippi, and it's a family thing. We go probably 3-4 times out the year.
My mom go on my behalf.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Tam. Thank you for holding it down for Mike. Because I've been on Mike for the past couple years about going down there in the Mississippi.
Yeah.
I know Mike be having a lot going on. You be doing a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't get away from him, which is understandable. And like we were just talking, sometimes we got to make a way to be able to take vacations, go see our family, right? And then take some time for yourself, right? Because you always gotta rebuild and generate yourself.
Because I got to get down there to Africa with this brother, man.
That's coming up next. Yeah.
I got to get down there.
Yeah. And then that's going to change your whole perspective of what's going on that continent, right? And then it might activate you to do something supernatural right here, right? Because that's something that, that happens when when you go outside the rims, right? I was just talking to Cuz, like, so you haven't taken a vacation in how long?
It's been a couple years. It's been a couple years.
It's too long, cuz. It's too long.
I
advise you.
Hold on, in the places I have when it wasn't no vacation, I'm going to I'm going to graduations, and that's what I'm doing every time I go out of town. I ain't going to relax.
Enjoy yourself,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's always
Going to
business.
For a reason, right?
Yeah.
It's nothing better than going somewhere and not having nothing on the schedule, right? When you just really kind of just spending time, to be able to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Right. Those are the vacations I like. I know sometimes we got to go out of town and do some stuff, for work related reasons, or we got to take care of some stuff for the family, whatever the case may be, right? But always give yourself some time.
It's important
To be with you,
super
right?
important. Yeah.
Come on now. Because as much work you putting in, right, you got to make sure that you're putting something back in, yourself, right? So yesterday, man, we did a phenomenal impact here in the city of Flint, right? Well, we, was a part of the event, when Mike was speaking and facilitating, and we had about 40 young men from the community, right? Not even just from Flint. There's from Pontiac, Detroit, right? But the thing is,
we had somebody from Saginaw, Auburn Hill.
Auburn Hills, yeah, okay. So we had young people from all around, right? But the point and the purpose of it is to be able to talk to them about life skills, talk to them about conflict resolutions, and then what they can do, and learn from people who've been in their shoes before.
Detroit. You say Detroit?
Yeah, of course, yeah. We had the little brother from Detroit. Actually, the two brothers.
The little dude was real passionate too.
He was. I really like what he was saying.
Yeah.
He was very, he was very adamant. He was very, direct, right? And it seemed like his family was definitely working with him.
Mm-hmm.
They feel good information.
Little dude that cried, man. It was good that he was able to. He was in a space that he felt comfortable where he can cry in.
You know what? And that's hard because was it some physical abuse or something?
Mm-hmm.
Now that's difficult. And we got to create those spaces where we can have, open conversations, and then when folks can be vulnerable. Little man did express himself, and it was very emotional, right? So, man, definitely, we're proud of him just being able to share, his experience in life. But then also, man, give him some advice along the way. I think those are the things that were so amazing. So that was just an awesome display, Mike, and I was glad to just be there.
I'm glad
right?
you came. Man.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
I'm telling you,
it, man.
I said, man, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? And this is where we need to be. Throughout it all, everybody got a lot going on, but when it's time for us to come, to be a part of something greater than ourselves, those are the things and the impacts that, that we look to make.
That was just a small part of it, man. I'm glad they they let me play a part of it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah. But no, you really kind of rounded up the troops though. That was the thing. Like, sometimes somebody got to get the word out. Somebody got to get people in the rooms, right?
We made it happen, man. It wasn't just me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We
absolutely.
made it.
Absolutely. Big shout out to all the brothers, man, that participated, lend their voice, right? Came out, represented, spoke about some experience that, was very, I guess relatable to other people.
Yeah, because everybody had different experience.
They did.
So I was being able to be the only one that can answer all them questions for them young men.
Yeah.
So y'all helped a whole lot.
Absolutely. But that's what the
how
village
supposed
do.
to go, man. We're supposed to be able to go off each other.
We is.
Cause I ain't gonna know all the answers. I'm still searching for.
We are searching.
You know what I'm saying?
We are searching, but I think that's the thing of, what the village concept brings.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We got a village of people, man, women, children, right? We all are one, and that's kind of like what I was saying just in the interim, right? We got to be looking at it not to be a distraction or to tear down the village, but like, what are we gonna do, and what part do we play in building up this, right? Establishing foundations, creating structures for these young men to step on, right? For us to go ahead and be able to pass the baton to them, when it's time for us to fall to the backside. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what that's what I got out of it,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's gonna be up to them next, man. This gonna be their city to
Absolutely
run.
Yeah.
So, while we here, we supposed to at least try to show them the standards to try to
That's right. Yeah.
keep the city up, or not even just have it up at a certain standard, but know how to do things and do things better than us.
Yeah.
Not just do things.
Yeah.
The stuff that we missing and the stuff that we don't understand, for them to help us understand.
Come on now.
We're supposed to be able to just go off each other. We don't know everything.
They don't know everything.
You don't know everything. You can't teach old dog new tricks.
You can. And I think, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, I think, when you have a mindset of saying that you just willing to learn, it don't matter how old you are, right? No matter how much, things that you may have accomplished in life, right? No matter what, education background you have, you always can learn something new, right?
Yeah.
Every day. And I'm telling you, I learned a lot even from the young boys.
Yeah.
Right? I get a lot of information, insight, just being around them. You know what I mean? And that's the thing, that's the beauty of it. So when you got an open mindset of always willing to learn, always willing to listen, always willing to pay attention, you're going to figure out some things, right? Maybe something is going to provide some clarity. And like, that should be a quest every day. If you're not learning something every day,
supposed to learn something new every day.
Right.
You're supposed to learn something new every day.
And if you don't, you only studying your own growth.
Yeah.
And I always say that, like, I'm always trying to get some information, whether I'm checking some stuff on the internet. I know we were just having a conversation in here about what was going on from the world view, right? And we be having different dialogues that's going to, kind of prompt thought. So definitely, man, always be willing to listen and learn. Always be willing to try to gain some more knowledge, because we only using, 10% of our brain? We only use 10% of our brain. Right. How do we unlock that 90%? Right? So, definitely, man, we want to definitely shout out to all the young people that participated. A big thank you to all the brothers and the sisters, the moms, the parents that came out, brought their children out. It was just a phenomenal display of just Black unity in there at all levels, right? From the old to the young. Everybody was represented. So, man, and we're going to continue to keep having those,
it's gonna be
kickbacks.
Bi-weekly. So every other week we'll be doing it, and we'll be posting and keeping everybody informed, so y'all can know when, where, and it ain't just gonna be a sit in a building all the time. We gonna go take them bowling and sit and have meets in the conference room, bowl or Pistons games and Lions games we was just talking about. And we're gonna try to bring other people in talk to them as well, like
Yep.
with local artists around, and
Mhm.
so it's just gonna be more than just us just sitting in one space, uh,
We got
thinking
some
they,
things lined up for you. That's what, yeah.
yeah, thinking they just being just drilled, and it's gonna be more to it than that. We're gonna be hands on, teaching
Yeah.
them how to tie ties, work on houses, and
Yeah.
and do interviews, and
Come on now.
so it's gonna be more than just us drilling them.
Man.
Or-
I think even then, like yesterday, they probably wasn't even, you know, it was like a casual conversation.
Yeah, because we wasn't drilling them.
We wasn't drilling them
We
like,
was giving them the floor, and we was letting them ask us questions. We was trying to answer their questions for the most
there
part.
you go. Because young people always say, like, man, we adults don't listen to them. But then they had the floor to be able to
Yeah,
talk about what was going on in their everyday life.
we made sure we got on the floor.
We gave them the flow every time. So, you know what I mean? That's the thing about, definitely getting insight. So, and they definitely shared a lot, right? But it kind of represents some of the same stuff that we was going through as kids.
Yeah.
And now you see the same thing taking place now, like with the bullying, right? With the gangs. It's all these different components and stuff that continue to, it's just like nothing is new under the sun. It's the same rerun, right? But you just got different players. So
Mm-hmm.
with these young people, right, they experiencing the same things, right? They talking about it. And I think, our position was to provide some solutions. So we had to listen to what they were saying, right, to get clarity
Mm-hmm.
and then provide a pathway moving forward. So that was awesome, bro. I was just, you know what I'm saying, I was just amazed. I was just, I was
Man,
overjoyed.
4 hours went by so fast.
4 hours went by fast. It
Went
didn't
by
even seem like
fast,
that.
man. Yeah, it went by super fast. That's how you know it was good.
4 hours
I
a
ain't
long
ready to
time.
leave yet. Yeah, 4 hours is a long time. That's a part-time job. That's a part-time shift.
That's exactly what it was.
But yeah, it was amazing, though.
Yeah,
I can't wait to do it again.
absolutely, absolutely.
Everybody looking for it, actually. So
Yeah. So definitely be on the lookout. We're gonna definitely give you more information about, the kickback and the next activity we'll do, and look to really touch bases with everybody who was there yesterday, man. So big shout out to that. And kind of going to what we were saying, like what's your take, like, as far as where we are as a city? The city of Flint, as is where it is right now, where do you see where do you see us right now, and then what we could be?
I see us trying to get better.
Okay.
I see us trying to get better.
All right.
Um, and I think we can go far if
Yeah.
we all start coming together like we
Mm-hmm.
did yesterday.
Yeah.
And I think once we just keep on doing it, it's gonna get bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And
That's for sure.
and if we can get a few kids to listen
Mm-hmm.
to us here,
Yeah.
we gonna be all right.
We're gonna
We
be
gonna
all
be
right.
all
That
right.
so that's the intent, is to make sure that we got to go ahead and start putting in the work now. But then it's always gonna start with us coming together.
Mm-hmm.
That's unity.
Mm-hmm.
So when we talk about Umoja, we talking about unity. That's what that means. And then at the same time, we got to have a plan of action, meaning that we got to have some strategies, some methods we gonna employ, and a value system, that we living by. And so this community is going through a transition. This community has this important year right now, because this year is an election year.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to be on point about having the right representation in this city.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't, we gonna continue to watch them argue and fight down there, and we ain't gonna get nothing out of it.
And that's another thing. Even me, I
Mm-hmm.
gotta start going to those city meetings. I gotta start
You do.
being there. I got to. I
You're a
know.
local businessman. You
I
gotta
got
know
to.
what's going on in this, situation.
Yeah, we got a voice, y'all.
Yeah,
We all got a voice, and we
absolutely.
need to start making our voice be heard. This our city.
Hmm. The thing is, man, like, we got city council coming up, we got mayor race coming up, right? I did see that Rico Lloyd did say that he is not gonna take a shot at mayor position this year or run for mayor this year, right? So we gotta have somebody from this community, and this is I always want to say this, like, we gotta have a different type of mix. You know what, Mike? I'm tired of the same old politicians. I'm tired of the same old circle. I'm tired of all the same old song and dance. We have to be really about something very strategic, somebody who has a heart for this community, but then also sees the people as the one who runs this city. Because you can be an elected official, but the people run the city. So just like how you were saying, happen to be at the council meeting, which I know a lot of people dread being at that council meeting because it's just too long. But that's where your city business get done. So if you're trying to get, a business opened up in a certain area, right? And you got an idea and concept, and it's economic development dollars downtown, and you want to go ahead and assist and supplement with what you're trying to do and help build what you want, they got to be on board with that. And it can be done if you got the right people who really see the vision. You know what I mean? And not giving all these contracts and these tax abatements to these foreign companies or people don't even live here in the city, right? You know what I mean? We got to stop doing that. Like, you know what I mean? We got people right now here in this community that's doing some amazing work. And that should be supported. And we got assets. Don't think the city of Flint is broke because there's some assets here. But it's a thing of having access to it, right? And so I'm glad that, you looking at it from a standpoint of saying, like, I got to be down here and be involved and be engaged on this, right? I got to know what's going on. So I ain't just sitting up here just, maybe missing out. You know what I'm saying? So all that play a part. So when you got the right leadership, you got people that's doing the work, it's always about coming together. It's always about saying, like, hey, listen, we got this type of fund that help and support the work you're doing. Those are the critical things that this city need right now, right? Actually going into the local news segment, which we call here is the neighborhood news, right? We want to definitely highlight the Sweetwater Tavern. Yeah, I think right now, a news article said that the place was closed right here downtown on Saginaw. But then today we saw a post from the page that said we're still open, right? So, you know what I mean, regardless of any, if you're open or closed, that is a black owned business. And sometimes, hold on, my producer is saying it's from Detroit, right? This ain't black owned. Get out of here. Who owned it? Arabics. Shut it down. Yeah, I knew something wasn't right about that business. I thought this was the same. This ain't the same company in Detroit. And they own it in Detroit, the Arabics. Like everything else. Man, get that up out of here, man. Y'all crazy. Man, last time I was in there, man, the chicken was not okay, right? I don't know what was going on with that. I don't go there to eat. I know it's down there. We try to kick it down there, whatever the case may be. But whatever was going on, whatever that news article said, because it was pulled off the news platform today. Whatever the case may be, they said they still open. Now I doubt people gonna go down there and shop. But now that I got that bit information, shut that mother sucker down. You hear me? I love it. But what I do want to do, I want to do a business highlight. Yeah. I want to highlight a business here in the city of Flint. I do want to highlight Commerce Bookstore, right? Yeah. And big shout out to Egypt Otis, right? She has been holding down the bookshop for a long time, right? It's a black owned bookshop. We always talking about literacy here in the city of Flint. We always talking about how young people need to learn how to read and adults, right? We have a black owned bookstore here in the city of Flint that's owned and operated by Egypt Otis, right? And we need to make sure that we support that young sister and that bookstore, right? So if you haven't went to the physical location, which is down on 2nd Street, where she is currently about to transition and move to another location, but you need to make sure you reach out to her on social media. You need to check in with her on, go by the store, see if she's there still. But just regardless of any though, we need to definitely support that bookstore. That is something that's a pillar. I'm always big about, having literacy, and I'm always big about supporting those who are doing something constructive. And having a bookstore is constructive. So be sure to go ahead and tap in with Common Bookstore right down there on Second.
It's like Travis or Fit.
Second right down here.
Oh, I'm saying the street.
What's that? Second and I just say Second and Saginaw because it's like right
okay.
off of there. But she definitely, man, she appreciate the love, and she did donate a box of books to the Kwanzaa celebration this past week. So we greatly appreciate that, Egypt. Keep doing what you're doing, sister. We got your back. We're gonna keep rocking with you. And then when you let us know about that new announcement, we'll be there to support. All right. So I'm sitting here talking with my cousin Mike, man, and we talking about what we gonna do as far as being, pillars for the young brothers and the young sisters.
I was just gonna say, yeah, let's not leave out them because the girls, man, they probably just as rough as the
girls is rough.
Right now, man.
They the ones fighting a lot.
Yeah, they rough, man.
At Southwestern, it's always the girls.
And not even just fighting, they've been doing a lot of shoots, man.
The girls is doing the shooting.
Man, the girls been shooting, man. The girls shooting on man.
Like talking about, like say the girls are shooting out here.
Girls shooting.
That is crazy.
The girl just got shot too though yesterday.
Yesterday, a girl got shot.
Yeah. Said the girl wasn't even here. Don't even stay here. She was just visiting. Got shot.
She got shot by another girl.
I don't know if it was a girl for sure.
Yeah.
Don't let me lie. But
yeah,
a girl got shot yesterday. That was just visiting. I think
it
was
crazy.
A couple more shootings yesterday.
Young sisters, we need y'all to be the princesses and queens that you are, right? You can't be out there fighting. I know when we be in the school, they be fighting and acting up. Just acting up for no dang reason, right? And at one point in time, y'all were the ones that we looked to, right? But now they do fight more than the young boys. They do. Now they saying they shooting them, right? That's just a terrible that's a terrible look, sis. But then also, look at the examples that they had too, though, Mike. Think about the girls on the internet. If they ain't shaking butt, they up there acting up. Either one, right? Just like I seen a whole bunch of mess on social media just recently, like that stuff with I was talking about with the girls, showing their privates on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Just going back and forth, just arguing. That's all they see, right?
And about the young lady, I hope she's doing well too. I hope she's doing well. I pray she's doing well.
Sending peace and love to you, though. We hope that you are healing, right? You can definitely come out of anything that you're going through, right? But I do see women have to be an example. We do got some phenomenal women that's in this community doing some great work, right?
We do.
You definitely want to, highlight that. We definitely want to show more of that. It's a need for that, right? So man, let's do better. Let's be better people. All right, let's show the city of Flint like we are having producing some phenomenal young women and producing some great young men, right? It's needed, right?
It's very much needed.
Yeah. We pleading with y'all. Let's get it together. All right. On the national stage. Yes, this is the national stage. We are going down to Venezuela, where Maduro was pulled out of his home, him and his wife, in the middle of the night. This is a fly-by-night raid orchestrated by Trump. I don't know what to think about this. They talking about it was about drugs, right? But they've been blowing up boats. They've been double tapping little speed boats that weren't even heading for America, right? But they've been doing a lot of irrational stuff, right? We told you about the general who stepped down a couple weeks ago. The brother, right? Hosley. It's a lot of stuff going on right now. And I can't even trust America. I can't trust Trump. I can't trust the government.
He ain't do nothing.
I can't trust none of that stuff.
Put everything on him.
Who, Trump?
No, one that stepped down.
Who, Biden?
No, who you just said his name was?
Oh, Alvin Hosley.
Yeah, Alvin Hosley. They would put everything, try to put everything.
And he wasn't going for it. He was not going for it. He was not about to play with y'all. Listen, he told Trump, you are a dummy. And it's going to have consequences going in there. But yeah, they pulled the Venezuela's president out from his home and they have taken him. He is over here in the United States right now, right? But I want you to understand, what does this mean for America? I feel that they was going in to take the oil that Venezuela is producing, right? Because always remember, there's always a tactic behind what they're doing. There's always something that they're trying to get to. And oil is one of those precious minerals, right? That you can have capital gain from. Listen, the playbook is the same. It's always the same thing. It's always about going into different countries, destabilizing them, right? And then taking their natural resources. This is the same thing with Venezuela. They're trying to say that some people were celebrating that Maduro was taken away. Well, online they had pictures of folks in Chile. So I don't know what to think, right? But I do know that this is a bunch of mess. I do think Trump is out of line. And I do think this is just a front to get away from the Epstein files. Yeah. If Brian can talk right now, I know he'll tell you that the Epstein files is the reason why all this stuff is taking place right now. Listen, we want to make sure that you understand these Epstein files is something that has to drive the news. Don't be distracted by what's going on in Venezuela. Make sure that Maduro get back to Venezuela and be the president. But don't ever forget that we do got the Epstein files still out here, and there's still information coming out day by day. We just talked about the 13-year girl that was coming. She was actually from Michigan, Muskegon, right? She told an FBI agent that she was impregnated by Jeffrey Epstein. And once the baby came out, the baby was thrown in Lake Michigan. But you don't see that on the mainstream media. You didn't hear that in a news article. You probably didn't even see that on social media. But here we gonna tell you, do not keep your eye off the Epstein files because it's real. When folks did a lot of low down, dirty things, and that stuff is gonna come out in the public. And so we're gonna continue to keep highlighting the Epstein files. Yeah. We're gonna get our hands on the files. Brian, we gotta get our hands on all the files that's not redacted. So then that way we can be very clear about conveying the message about those files and what's in it and what all type of download dirty stuff that them folks was doing, right? Yeah, Cuz was just talking about how he had 30 plus felonies and he's still in office. We are run in this country by a bunch of crooks who don't necessarily care to do stuff for the people. They're taking away your student aid. They done cripple your education system. How you gonna put Linda McMahon over the education department? I'm just like baffled by these picks. And anybody who's running with that nonsense, all the Republicans that's running with it, yeah, you're spineless. Some of you Democrats ain't even fighting hard enough. And then right now you got people that's leaving the Senate, leaving the House of Representatives because they feel like there's no decorum. Right now they acting like the Flint City Council. And that's a damn shame because ultimately you expect folks that you put in position that is selected to work on behalf of the people. Always remember the people run this country. So we got to be on the front end, not the back. And we have to go ahead and set the tone and the mandates of what they should be working on. So if they not, then we do not need to support them. They do not have to be in office, and they need to find themselves a different job. It's a lot going on, Mike. It's a lot taking place in this world, right? It's almost feeling like the end of times. But do you feel like that? I know Tam.
They've been saying that for a long time.
They haven't said that for a long time. But you know, that's what it be like.
I guess we ain't going nowhere for a long time, man. So
You don't think we gonna see it?
We gonna see how everything play out, man.
We might not see the end of this world, right?
We ain't gonna see that.
We might not see it, but it's a brother in Nigeria, right, who built the ark. I don't know if y'all saw that. The brother built the ark. He said his flood's on the way. So be on the lookout for the end of the world activities, right? To be honest with you, I'm ready for this thing to crash and burn. I'm ready for America to go down in dust, right? And I'm going to orchestrate and help facilitate it going to its demise because I'm done with this country, right? I just told Cuz, right? I got my passport rebooked up, right? I'm going back to Ghana, and I might not come back. I might not go back. You best believe it. Yeah, big shout out to all our brothers and sisters on the continent of Africa that's definitely activating, doing what they doing, man. Listen, they got some great things taking place. Shout out to Ibrahim Traore that's in Burkina Faso. Big shout out to the country of Mali, Niger, stay strong. Nigeria, we need you to get your act together. Nigeria government, I don't know what y'all got going on right now. You shouldn't have never let those missiles come in from Trump. You're going to be destabilized here too in a minute. This is the same tactic that they use all the time. So we got to stop allowing that to take place. We got to stop going for that nonsense, right? Let's go ahead and really start looking at how we getting back in front of controlling our resources, how we make that continent of Africa all one, right? Remove the borders so you can do business with each other. You don't got to go have passports to go through country to country in Africa. And then also, if you get up under one currency, Africa gonna change the game, and they gonna be the superpower forever, right? Like there's a lot of stuff going on in this world, man. You know what I'm saying? You raising kids, you got 6 children, right? So you want them to have, you want this world to be better than how you found it. You want this community to be better. Because when we was coming up, we had a lot of stuff here. We had community centers, our schools was up.
We had a lot of stuff that thing.
We had a lot of stuff.
We had lock-ins and
the lock-ins used to be crazy.
Shit,
The
day
games,
camp. We had
yeah.
day camp, man. We
Man,
had
what?
a lot of stuff.
Remember the
that we-
pro-am?
Yeah, pro-am.
All that stuff. We had everything. The wives
We
going
had
crazy.
Stuff. I remember we had the little thing down. What's not too far? What's that?
Just in that where that parking lot is.
That little, you remember where that little water, the little waterfall and all that used to be at?
They don't know nothing about none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Little stuff.
We had everything that you can name, right? But now, when you look at it, we're a fragment of what it was in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's so critical for us to start planning and strategizing now. That's why I'm proud of the work that you're doing with the properties and buildings, because you're a part of the development, bro.
I'm proud of you too, cuz.
Man, I appreciate it. I'm doing my part.
Man. We're gonna continue to do our parts.
And that's absolutely what we have to do. Everybody doing their part, everybody part of the team. Then when it's time for us to win, then we can really go ahead and get them chips, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I'm tired of living in a city, man, that feels like it's no vision. I mean, you know what? I'm just like over that part. But like, to be honest with you, whatever we can do to develop and move forward from here, how about that? You know what I'm saying?
I'm with it, man.
So what's next on the table for you? What's the next step?
My next few things, man. I got 3 buildings I'm finna go ahead and start working on.
Come on now.
One of them we're gonna make it a nonprofit.
Absolutely.
Let these kids come in and have a space for them. Want to put a few game systems in there and computers, and gonna teach them how to work on house. Just give them a space where they feel comfortable.
Come on, man. Come on.
So I'm gonna do that. Then I got a drive-through store I'm finna start working on.
Come on now.
And then
I remember those. When we drive-through stores, you'd be high.
God willing, I got another building. We've been talking about making it a apartment complex for veterans. So it's either between that or a daycare and a school that we gonna make it out of. So I got some stuff going on.
Okay, man. Okay. I like that.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I like the idea for, if you're talking about a mini school daycare, because what daycares we got around here.
And so that's where we started off at. That was the original plan.
Okay.
And a guy from Flint City Housing, the president, he came, looked at the building, and he said he wanted to make it a apartment complex for veterans.
Really?
Y'all know what? Yeah. So.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know where the veterans housing. I don't know what that look like. We got to connect you too. We got a couple guys that we know that's be coming together. They are vets.
Okay.
So we're gonna tap in about that too.
Okay.
We have to get you locked in. Either one of them would be a good idea, and then you can get some government grants. You can get some support on those.
I'm working. I'm trying. I've been reaching out to people, so I hope somebody reach back out too. And since I'm trying to do it, I'm trying. For sure.
If y'all don't reach back out, man, if the brother reached out to you, man, go ahead and tap back in with him, right? You got the flow going, right? You know what I'm saying? That's how you help, move those initiatives forward, right?
I appreciate you call back. But if they don't help me, it's gonna get done either way, man. I got some other stuff I got going. A few houses I'm working on. Take these properties out. I flip them and put it into these buildings. I'm get it done one way or the other.
There you go. I know it's a lot of people. Housing is a big barrier right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't get housing,
Yeah.
and so right now I know you renovate properties and you get people in them. Um, what do we need to do about that to address the housing crisis here in Flint? It's a lot of families that need housing.
I think right now the easiest thing it'll be right now is to start taking some of them vacant either schools
Hmm.
or just just vacant spots that we got. Start putting apartment complexes.
Yeah,
I think start putting apartment complexes. That'll be the easiest way right now,
yeah.
the quickest way. I think
Is that to get
right now.
everybody in?
To,
Because sometimes when you have like
Cause we finna have a lot of jobs around here, so we finna need housing. When
so
they start back putting all that them buildings back
yeah,
down there on industry
yeah,
and all that, yeah, we gonna bring
bring
people.
people in here.
Yeah,
We need somewhere to stay.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking that'll be the quickest and easiest way right there.
and then too, because I was always big on home ownership, right? It's like they need to have a pathway to home ownership.
Now
Just
that's
like
important.
just like when I was, on the housing commission, it's like people be in there for like 2, 3 generations though, cuz
Yeah, I think that's important. Everybody should, if you can,
get,
uh, buy you a house
get
instead of
right.
buying you some clothes and
Right.
stuff that you don't need. Just take a year or two off from doing that.
Man,
Buy you a house. It's the best investment that you can
absolutely.
ever make. You can't live in your clothes or live in no car, but you can live in that house and give your kids that house if
Yeah,
something
yeah,
happen. You
yeah,
leaving them something behind. They
yeah,
might can't fit your clothes.
yeah,
They might don't like your clothes.
yeah. But you leaving them inheritances behind, right? If you can have home ownership, right, that's the first sign of generational wealth. If you can pass that home down to members in the family or your children, that's your best bet. Listen, them children can't inherit an apartment, but if you got some property, they'll take that. I know for every one of them, you're gonna make sure everybody's straight. That's how you want to set them up, right? At least you got a roof over their head.
That was my best investment that I could have ever made.
That's
Was
right.
buying
I
property.
saw it. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it work. I see it working for you too.
I can remember when I first started. I started not knowing and one house and one house.
Yeah.
And ended up with like 20
Come on now.
in building. So
Now,
it worked for me. It
did you?
wasn't easy though, but ain't nothing worth having easy though.
So, what made you learn how to renovate properties and
Mm,
acquire the skills to be able to manage them?
my father,
Come on now.
he
Big
did it.
shout out.
He,
Big shout
he
out to
did
Big
it.
Mike.
So yeah, I
That's
got
right.
to watch him. I was always around it.
Yeah.
And once I started doing it, I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you find something you like, it really ain't work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's the truth.
and
That's
then I get to work on my own time. I get to be my own boss.
mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I really enjoy it.
You don't get no better than
I ain't
that.
gotta get fired
You ain't gonna get no better than
for
that.
being late.
You ain't gonna get no better than that. So make sure you find something with purpose, then eventually work yourself to be in position to create your own schedule. Right. All right, we're gonna take it to the X chat. You got the X chat, Brian?
Yeah, I'm gonna do something on the fly.
That'll be good. So the X chat is this X chat segment is all about critical thinking, right? It's just like a mini debate discussion, right? About some specific topics. We don't know what the topics are, Mike. But Brian is just gonna throw some stuff out and he's gonna give us some ideas, and we got 2 minutes to talk about it. So with that being said, we're gonna let Brian get dialed up over there. Extract is pretty cool. It's a
Mhm.
little fun,
Mhm.
way to kind of have discussion and get a point of clarity out there to the public. And that's what we want to do, man. Everything that we talk about is for a reason. Everything comes with a purpose, right? Everything means something. You know what I mean? Just like how, we come up in life, you know what I'm saying? We all gotta have something that we yearning for.
Mhm.
And so, having those discussions provides the points of information. All right, what you got for us, Brian?
All right, got 2 minutes. Who's gonna have the better NFL career, Shador Sanders or Caleb Williams?
Who is going to have the better NFL career? Shador Sanders or
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams? You know I'm going with Shador all day long.
I'm
Come on,
with
man.
Shador, especially if they let him go on and do his thing. They holding him back.
Man, listen, they need to get rid of what's his name? Stefanski. Is that his name? They need to get rid of that coach, man. He did terrible this year, bro.
Yeah.
He could have been let Shador play. You sitting up there, you wasting your time with Dylan. Like, man, come on, man. That was an experiment that we didn't have to go through.
Then he know what the people want to see.
You know what the people want to see.
You know what the people want to see.
You know they came to see Showtime. Yeah, that's his nickname. Just like it's Pop from Prime Time, but it's Showtime right here. They came to see Shador, man. So I like how he finished the season. He did do well for himself. He did show glimpse of greatness, right? So I'm excited to see what the next year is going to be have for him. But we got to get a new coach. And with that being said, you know who we should get? DeWan, man, bring prime time to Cleveland, baby. I'm telling you, it's gonna turn up. If DeWan came to Cleveland, then I'm telling you, it's gonna be a whole different energy in Cleveland. Just like how they did at Jackson State, just like they did at Colorado. Man, listen, if he go to Cleveland with that energy, man, I'm definitely going to a Browns game. I would go see Shador now, but
he deserve it.
Yeah, you know,
DeWan deserve it.
Come on, DeWan been putting it down for a very long time, man. Big shout out to you, Prime. Listen, man, we look to see you in Cleveland next year.
All right, next one.
Okay, we got our next one coming up, y'all.
Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Floyd Mayweather or Sugar Ray Leonard. I kind of like both of these brothers, right? Sugar Ray was in a league of his own, right? But Floyd is Money Mayweather. So I'm gonna have to say Floyd did a good job. He was undefeated, and then he did some great investments.
And he had the best defense.
Yeah, he did.
Sugar Ray, he'll put you on your ass.
Yeah.
I ain't seen. Mayweather ain't never dropped. He ain't knocked nobody out.
So yeah, if you look at it from that standpoint, yeah, I will agree with you on that. But when you look at total overall,
he did what
if you're looking at impact in boxing, Mayweather Productions, he did his thing though.
Yeah, he most definitely did what he's supposed
to do.
He got
the
check.
check.
He ain't get hurt.
He ain't get hurt.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be Hal Perkins and he gonna be able to spend his money.
Yeah, that was the defense.
He played good defense.
Yeah, you gotta have good defense out there, man. You can't be getting smacked up and beat up in the head all day. Yeah, you got millions of dollars, but if you can't walk, man, that's a problem.
Yeah, but Sugar Ray Leonard, he was one of them. He was one of them pound for pound.
Straight hitter, yeah. Yeah, slugfest.
Yeah,
we're gonna get to it in there.
They was different. They was a different type of fighter.
That was a different type of fight. It was a different type of fighters. But I would say if we would say overall, who would you say?
I'm gonna say fight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Sugar Ray.
Okay,
fight.
You got Sugar Ray.
That's what I'm gonna say, fighting. But overall, who took care of Mayweather took care of his business.
Mayweather
took care of his business.
There you have it, man. Shout out to Money Mayweather. And then also a big shout out to Terrence Crawford, man. I'm glad that he retired on top too as well. He retired undefeated.
He coming back. That's just so they can pay him off.
You think so?
Retired. Yeah, he got to say retired so they can pay him to come out of retirement.
That's a smart move. Okay. All right. Shout out to Omar.
All right.
That'd be a good strategy though.
He gotta say retired so they can go on and pay him.
Yeah, they got to pay him well too.
Yeah, they got to pay him to come back on out of retirement.
You're gonna have to.
All right, last one.
Okay, we got the last one, y'all.
Tupac Biggie.
He gonna do that too, man.
Tupac Biggie, man.
They both hold a special place in my heart. Tupac died on my birthday. Biggie's first album came out on my birthday.
Come on now.
I like Biggie, my favorite rapper, though.
Yeah?
Biggie, my favorite rapper.
Okay, all right. I gotta say, as far as when you talk about artistry, I gotta say I was a fan of Pac. Pac was like poetry, right?
I had Pac at first.
Yeah.
I had Pac at first. I was always And then as I grew, and Biggie, that his flow,
Yeah, yeah.
man, his flow is impeccable. Man.
Now
Can't
Biggie,
nobody rap like
Biggie did have some flow. I ain't even gonna hold you. When I see some of his old freestyles, when he like standing in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? And he like just going at it, right? You know what I'm saying? He had the delivery was strong.
But Pac had the biggest impact though in the game.
By far, man. Listen, man.
Then everybody wanted to be Tupac.
Man,
everybody
listen, man.
Then nobody want to be Biggie. Everybody,
yeah. He the reason why I got Thug Life on my chest. You know what I'm saying?
Nose ring. He can act.
Big shout out to both of the brothers who made great impact.
Yes, sir. Yes,
man,
sir.
we love both of y'all. Listen, man.
They went too soon, man. They was too young. 24 and 25, I was too young.
Yeah, that was super young.
Man, that was super
young. They ain't even seen life yet.
The shit they was talking about, man.
Yeah.
21 and 8, man.
That
Just
is
imagine
crazy.
if they got to live.
Man, that is crazy to see.
Years. They was
You
still
right.
babies, man.
They was in their 20s. They was in their 20s, man. That was definitely super young.
24.
But it just seemed like they had just a long impact just in them short years, though.
Short years.
That's deep.
And it's only y'all probably both for like 3-4 years. It wasn't even that long that they was.
They did a lot in that year. They did a lot in that span, though. Like I keep forgetting that was the case, man.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. Big shout out to the X chat, man. That was a good segment. Definitely appreciate you for participating, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Big shout out to you, Brian, man, for holding it down, man, with the questions, the Q&As.
Next time when I come, y'all, I'm coming when the cameras are already sitting.
Yeah, Mike.
This camera's still on, cuz told me 6 o'clock. We ain't just started 7. No.
But Mike was definitely on time. Actually, he was here early, right? And that's good. So we gonna take the hit on that. We had some technical difficulties.
Nah, it's all good, man.
Because normally we gonna be on the top floor.
It's all good.
You know, but next time we gonna be all set up for you.
I'm sure I'll probably get him back by mistake.
Yeah. Nah, you got it. You got it. Anything you need, I definitely got you, man. I definitely appreciate, man, you know what I'm saying, coming on in and, you know, holding it down. I know he was supposed to be having the movie, and shout out to Baby Cuz. You know what? You know, I'm gonna fund the next movie for y'all, right? You know what I'm saying? Because he's supposed to be there, right? But we gonna definitely make sure, man, we do something for y'all. Before we go out, man, how everything going? How everybody in 4-1 representing?
Man, everybody represent.
Everybody represent. Everybody good.
So everybody good.
Everybody good, man. Definitely.
What about on your end, man?
Man, everybody tight, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to make it make sense and, you know, and trying to get it together. And, you know, it's a new year, so folks just trying to follow through with purpose.
Right? Man, well, this is what we're going to do, man, before we get out of here, man. We're going to keep on representing for our family, man, and we're going to hold the city down, represent for the city.
Man, you know it. That's all we can do, man, and we appreciate everybody for tapping in. Definitely, man, y'all come, you know, check out. If you got questions, you got ideas, you got something you want to get with Mike on, be sure to check him out on Royale X Politikin. He's on all platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all that, right? TikTok too. So, man, listen, man, we appreciate y'all for coming in, checking us out for a special segment. And we definitely gonna give you some more updates as it relates to the kickback with the young people, the nonprofit Mike got going on, the businesses, right? You know, and all things inclusive, right? So definitely, man, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa. We tapping in, we tapping out.